Hey guys, this is David here from the SEAL team, and today I'm going to talk about a product that I feel is really essential for guitar players and bass players, especially if you use a lot of multi-effects processors or pedals. This is something that you should consider. And let me give you a hint, if you have this, you won't be dealing with crap like this. So let's get to it.
So here, as you can see, I got it from Amazon, and I have tested it out for about a week, but I put it back in the package so that I can show you what the unboxing experience is, because that's what we do. Okay, so this is a brand called GiGi Gadgets, and the case, it's nice packaging over here. The best part about this brand is I think they're quite new. I think it's 2013 when they launched. There you go, it's GiGi Gadgets, and they are based out of West Bengal, Kolkata. The product is called the NRG Solo Power Supply, and you can see a few features, like it's the center negative one, because the pedals and the systems that I have are all center negative polarity. It's ripple free surge protected, short circuit protected, and over voltage protected. The box is nice. The product seems very snugly fit into this. So yep, this is the 9-volt 1 amp variant. So it's the red one. There you go. So what comes with the box is the power cord and the device itself. Let's keep this aside. Sorry. So this is the NRG Solo Power Supply for your pedals. By the looks of it, it is what it seems. It's just a 9-volt DC adapter to power your pedals or your multi-effects processor. I've been using this for the longest time. So this is like the ones which you can get at the store. These are also 9-volt power adapters. Now, you can get this for as less as 150 rupees if you go to the store. So why would I go ahead and actually spend, I think I bought this off on Amazon for 1,500 or 1,400 rupees. So why would I spend 1,400 when I can actually get this for the quarter of the price, or even less than that, a tenth of the price? The only smart answer over here is that, I actually care for my pedals and I value them, because I don't want them to get spoiled. And you run the risk of getting the pedals fried or the pedals getting spoiled or burnt if you use something like this. So the reason being is this is just cheaply made. Sometimes I had a similar experience previously when I was just starting out to play guitar. I bought a Vox Stomp Lab, which needed a 9-volt DC adapter, and the brand didn't provide that. So I had to go to the store and buy one. And I tried to save money over there, and I bought an adapter, and I used it with the product for the longest time, and it stopped working. So yeah, that you run the risk of that happening. Now, the adapter was just 150 bucks. The processor I spent money on that time, the Vox, I bought it for 5,000 rupees. So yeah, it is a big deal. So you don't want your equipment and your gear getting spoiled, because obviously, you have a lot of patches stored on them if they are a processor. If they are pedals, if they are vintage pedals and they cost a lot of money, you may as well want to invest in something like this. And I think be more safer. Okay, to talk about more about this product, basically it is, if you see, it's a well-built one. I really like the build quality of it. This cable is quite long. This could have been longer, but yeah, you can get these cables also. It's not a big deal. Yeah, number one, it's well built. You can carry it around. I don't think so it's going to break. Let's keep this one aside. The reason why this is so reasonably priced, okay, and I think 1,400 rupees is still a very good deal for a product like this, is because this brand, GiGi Gadgets, are based out of India. They have manufactured, they have researched, and they have made it in India. So yeah, that's actually a proud moment. It's nice to see that there's a brand out there who's looking after musicians, and I think the guys at GiGi Gadgets are doing a great job. So NRG, actually, they put these alphabets together because they get the word energy from them, and I think that's really cool. It actually looks really cool as well. I really like, I'm not a big fan of red, but I still Yeah, there are other colors as well if you really want them. And yeah, so what we are going to do now is I'm going to power a few pedals. I'll show you with what you can use them. I have a processor, I have a pedal board, I even have a single pedal. So let's go check it out.
Hey guys, so here we are with our setup. I've actually plugged the NRG power supply, and we'll test it out with the pedals that we have. This is the pedal that I use. It's a bass amp modeler, and it requires a 9-volt DC adapter to power it on. It's got the same polarity, so it will definitely work. Let's test it out. Okay. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but the LED indicator on the pedal is actually lit, so it works fine. I'm not really going to use the guitars and the bass to test it out, because all you need to know is whether this can power the pedals what you have or no. And if you buy the right one, you really won't have a problem. And I'm sure if you don't know what is the right one for you, you can simply call these guys, tell them the model number of the processor or the devices that you're using, and I'm sure these guys are going to be more than happy to help you out. Moving on, most of you guys might have something like this, which is, if you see, this is a Zoom processor. You might have them from different brands. Most of them use a 9-volt DC adapter also. So this also should not be a problem. Let's quickly plug it in. There you go. So you can see that it works fine. That was the LED indicator light, which I felt is really cool. It looks nice. This cable also is long enough, and it's of really good quality. It's not those thin and weak ones that most 9-volt adapters actually have. Now, if you're using something like this, you can see this is a relatively smaller pedal board. It just has 4 pedals. All of these pedals are using the same polarity and the same 9-volt adapter that can power them. So you make sure that that the brands or the pedals that you use actually have the same specifications, and I cannot stress on this more. If there's a mismatch, chances are that pedal can get fried. So be very careful. You can see that these pedals are actually this black cable. It's called a daisy chain. Okay, so it's one cable that has multiple jacks, and they are powering these 4 pedals. Now, all I have to do is take this and plug it to the point underneath the pedal board over here. Okay, and all these pedals can work. So this one, this doesn't have an LED, so just believe me when I say it works. The boss, the LED light is on, so that works fine. This one does work. It's a vintage pedal, so you might not really see the LED light. It's really dim on this, so there you go. If you can see the difference, I don't know if you can see the difference, but yep, you can see that. So this one works fine as well. The compressor as well should work. Yep, it does. So this way I can guarantee, or you can be really sure that your pedals are in no danger, and none of them will get fried, because you're using a really reliable power source. So guys, that was the NRG 9-volt solo power supply adapter. A really cool product, robust build quality. I'm really happy with this purchase. So I'm not endorsed by this brand, or they didn't pay me to say nice things about it. I think I just made the right purchase, and I'm very happy with this purchase. I did a lot of research before buying it though. I checked their website. They're still quite new. They're doing a great job, but I think a lot of people are still not aware, and that was one of the purposes of making this video. I just thought I'd share with you guys that there is a cool brand in India, designed, made and engineered in India. And these guys must have just got together and said like, hey, let's make a really cool product where musicians would really appreciate. And I think something that protects your gear, I think that's a really cool thing to go ahead with. So yep, I really don't have any bad things to say about this product. The design, it's quite compact. If you want them to custom make a few depending on your requirements, some of you guys use much more powerful pedals which require 18 volts or 12 volts. Even if you have a keyboard, you can reach out to them and they can make something for you as well. Yep, that's about it. So I really think this is a cool product, and I just can't stop talking about it. So for those of you who don't know, this is a new series that I've started where I talk about products which I have either purchased or I've had the liberty and the privilege to test out if friends or known people have lent them out to me. And I give my honest opinions on them, and you can make a decision whether you think that it's a nice to have product or whether you should actually just go ahead and buy it. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up or subscribe it, share it with musician friends. I think they might find it useful. And yep, thanks a lot for stopping by. See ya.